is everybody? Thanks for the work, Lord Purbo. Hey, Alex, how are you doing? So let's see. We have the pinned notification going, reminding everybody that we're raising money for St. Jude this month, which that is going fantastic. This morning I did the money from merch donation, and we had $90 to donate from merch. So yeah, thanks everybody for buying merch. That's awesome. But that also has put us to the goal of being able to play King of the Castle at some point, probably later this month. So I'm excited about that. I love that one. Let's see. How's that? JJ just told me my mic's a little blown out. Is it a little better now? Okay, good. I wonder why it was doing that. Normally I'm super quiet. Who knew? Anyways, yeah, so we've now raised, what is that? That says $157.69, but is that where we're at? I can't remember. Pretty sure. Yeah, that's where we're at. Just double checking. So I haven't used this scene in a hot minute, so the audio's a little off. I've got JJD of him going, okay, we gotta adjust this and that to where we can get it right. So hopefully nothing is blaring anybody's noises. Your noise listening devices, on the side of your head, your ears. Oh boy. Let's see, how's that? I turned chill hop down a bit. Does it need to go down farther? Okay, we're good. Alright, awesome. So anyways, yeah, I'm really just want to say thank you to everybody who has been donating. I'm very much blown away and excited and thankful for all the money that everybody has been donating to help with our goals to raise money for St. Jude. Speaking of, let me put there's a command for merch. And every item purchased I'll be donating $5 to St. Jude, and I do that on Mondays for the week, which today's Monday, so the last week's merch got donated. And yeah, I'm really excited about it. I'm really excited for the merch that I got to get here because it's all so cute. There's two different styles of things. Like, there's a lot of merch. Let's just be honest. There's a lot of merch. Actually, you know what we could do? There we go. We can look at all the merch together real quick. So there's actually two different things here. There's the merch that the art that we made on stream last week, which is, I've just labeled that ramen. So we've got, this is my favorite merch item right here, is this zip up. We've got our little nudes for St. Jude on the front. We have the full art piece on the back. And then we've got each of the little duders on the sleeves. So it's really cute. Bunch of sizes, bunch of colors. Yeah. There is also, when our group Sunflower Power hit one of our big goals, it was actually our biggest goal that we had. And we've already hit that. And we're all going, oh, we have to come up with more milestones. That's exciting. But when we hit that, Chan had a surprise for us. And she had commissioned art of all of our little characters, all of our little PNG guys, so that we can each have emotes, which, let's see. If you start with that one, put this in chat. And then this, let's see if this works. Oh, I was hoping it would all go together. We each have little emotes. Well, I was like, I love this. Let's throw some of this on the merch. So, I did a couple things with this on the merch too. So we've got a t-shirt, once again, a bunch of colors and sizes. We got pullover hoodies. There's a hat. There's a coffee mug of the ramen, and then I did a glass for each of our little profile duders. 2 different size totes with different designs, 2 different stickers, a blanket. I'll be honest, the blanket was literally just for me because I like blankets, and well, I wanted a blanket. And if you just want the art that we worked on last week, that is there too. So I'm eagerly waiting for when mine ends up getting here, and I hope you guys also enjoy any merch that you end up purchasing as well. Let's see. And anything else I need to go over? Let's see, that was the merch. We looked at the merch together. Yeah, I think that was it. So then we can talk about our game, which should pop up here. There we go. Coffee Talk. We were working on this last year before my couple months hiatus due to life, health, and more life. You know how that goes. Anyways, we're like towards the end of it, I think. Do we remember everything? Maybe not, but that's what, VODs are for, which I do have a YouTube channel where I just upload all my VODs. So there should be a playlist of all the coffee talks. I have no clue what's going on in them in Coffee Talk right now, but we can figure that out. All I know is that we are running a lovely little coffee shop. Let's see. New healthier furry sedative might be available soon. Oh, exciting. I think that's referencing the werewolf. They're trying to make sure they don't turn into werewolves on open full moons. Evening Whispers is with the people for stricter gun laws. Okay. Action video game Rising Hell blamed for violence in school. I mean, that's sure, man. Welcome. Good evening, Mr. Bailey's. Evening. Am I the first customer tonight? You are. That's new. Freya's not here. She said she's coming later tonight. Got something to do with meeting some fellow writer friends. Why not do it here? It's her favorite place, right? Her friends have visited this place from time to time, just not as much as her. Writers gathering, huh? I wonder what writers talk about when they're hanging out. I've known them for some years now. She has this habit, you know. If she said they're friends, it means they're just hanging out normally. But if she says they're writer friends, they're probably talking about work. Either giving each other feedback on their latest drafts or sharing and validating ideas. Interesting. They even use code words for meetups. Oh, it's not like that. She doesn't even realize that's what she says. I just picked up on it. That's even more interesting. Are you always so observant? It's part of the job. Why's that? People come here every day. Some of them aren't as talkative as others, but their body language can be loud and clear. They can tell you a lot of things, whether they need a friendly ear or just want to be alone. It applies to what they're ordering as well. Because, you know, sometimes what people want is not what they need. That's deeper than I would have thought. So, what are you reading from me now? I won't say. Why? That would break the charm. The hell was that? I guess I can say this much. Whatever I say or do to our customers, it's always related to what I'm getting from their body language. Including our interaction now? Including our interaction now. Man, now I see why you didn't want to share. Even that was enough to make me feel like I'm naked in front of you. Oh my. By the way, I haven't ordered anything. What are you having tonight? Hot chocolate with ginger and cinnamon. I heard that's a good drink for a bitter heart. All right, hot chocolate. Ginger, cinnamon. And brew. Captain, hey! Here you go. You're a pretty romantic person, huh? Spending extra time decorating this drink? Only for special people and special drinks. Say, lurking, tell me about yourself. Are they having like a cute little, like, are we and Bailey kind of flirting a little bit? Maybe a little bit? Tiny? What do you want to know? Anything. How old are you? Secret, man, secret. Old enough to open a coffee shop. Good answer, good answer. I guess I should say sorry for asking that. It's alright. Ooh! Alright, Captain. As soon as we finish with Bailey, we will have our puzzle break. I'm excited. But that's the only answer I can give. Also, thank you for the donation. Now you're making me wonder. What should I ask next? Sir, hold that thought. That feels like a great pause spot because puzzles. Puzzles. Uh-huh. We have to find our Gamba. I forgot to... I did not favorite the wheel? What the hell? What the hell indeed. Ah, look, but it's actually opened up and everything. Beautiful. Let's see. And... there we go. Alright, we got 5 puzzles and 5 notes. Yeah. We'll shuffle them real good. And we will see. Do we get to puzzle? Come on, puzzle Gamba. And spin. Come on. Captain, do not go to Vegas. Do not go anywhere there is gambling. Because your gambling seems terrible. Okay, we're going to hide that one for today. So we're down to 9. So it's a little bit better chances. Did you try gambling on Jan's stream at all, by the way? That's true. The hydrate is not a Gamba. And thank you very much. No! No! Poor Captain. The Gambas are just not with him. That is funny. Maybe you should just have other people gamble for you. Like, just go to a slot machine, have somebody else sit there and do the gambas, and you just pay for it and take the winnings. Like, this seems like it might be a good option for you. But maybe next time. I like puzzle breaks. I feel like the gambas is much of a me going, come on, puzzle, as it is for you. But anyways, back to Bailey's flirting with us, clearly. Oh, I know it. But first, let me make sure. There we go. I didn't have the monitor on for the charity overlay alert, so I didn't hear it right away. Now it's better. Okay. This scene's still not quite as solid yet from the move and the... Normally I'm on my art scene and yeah. Anyways, Bailey's, back to you. What should you ask next, Bailey's? Oh. Hi, Freya. You doing okay? The sign behind her right now feels really appropriate. Drown your trouble in coffee. Hello, everyone. Why are you both looking at me like that? Freya? You look horrible. No, I don't. Yeah, you do. No, I don't. Unfortunately, I'm gonna have to echo our dear barista. Yeah, you do. What happened? You'd be better asking what didn't happen. Because the answer would be proper sleep and decent progress on my draft. You need to rest. And miss my deadline? Hell no. Sorry, Baileys. I won't be able to keep you company because I have to finish this thing. And for that, I'll need a whole hell of a lot of espresso. Are you sure about that? You really should just rest. Get something to help you sleep. Espresso. Please. Do we give her espresso or do we give her something calming and yeah. Well, I suppose we go with what the customer wants. And I think that was 2 coffees, right? Brew pad. Triple coffee. Is that... Okay. Got it. While we're here on our phone. Look at all of our friends. Oh, I think we caught up on all of our news stories. Maybe? Okay, I remember the How to Fly one. But do I remember doing the Romeo and Juliet one? What I want isn't always what I need. So you're saying we should... Chan! Hi! Chan, you just missed it. Captain tried to gambit and he failed miserably. It was very sad. JJ, you messed up Chan's prettiness. Yeah, I was gonna start new game, but I was like, but I need to finish the other game first. I need to finish Coffee Talk and figure out what's happening and all that. Do we remember much of it? Let's go! Pretty art all together! Yay! JJ, all you have to do is start streaming and then, we'll see about adding you into the group. Ghost in the middle of the sunflower. Imagine. Don't I have a ghost emote? Oh, there it is. That one makes me giggle. But anyways, I don't remember if we read Happily Ever after, ever after, ever after. So we'll read that, and then we'll give poor Freya whatever. We did! So on Mondays I plan to donate the merch money. So this morning I did the merch money, which was $90 already, which awesome! So exciting! And yeah, that pushed us to the King of the Castle. So we'll probably do that later this month. And yeah. So I'm excited. I'm very blown away by it's the first week, and like the group goal has already been, our big group goal has already been blown away, and like my personal goal is already creeping in. Like my main goal is I'd be so ecstatic if we got to 250, but I wanted to have the 500 one on there just as an FYI for people to know that for every so many that they donate, they get an entry into the raffle if we get to 500. So that's why that's on there. But yeah, I'm really impressed with how generous our community is and how sweet they are. It makes me happy. Ooh, and this is a good reason why I have that on. Okay, give me a minute to set that up. I can do that. That's gonna get there, and this is gonna go here. This is gonna get open there. Flip my computer over. File. Open. Streamart. Donators. Thank you, JJ. Thank you. Very much appreciated. Oh, I just saw that was 37. Thank you so much, Chan. We're up to 200 now. My goodness. Will I get everything set up? That's what I was looking for over there. All right. Now this button goes here. Do this. Oh, well. Wait for it. Wait for it. Give me a second to get the music going on this scene. All right. There we go. All right. That's not the thing I'm looking for. Okay. Beautiful. Oh, and where's my pen? My pen. I have my pen. Beautiful. And there we go. So we add layer here. And we rename it Jan. Okay. And we're going to zoom in about here. We're going to turn off Rollin, Captain, and Alex for a minute while we figure out Chan. Oh, what? Okay, looks like it was probably that size. Yeah. No, Captain's not a donut. Here, let's zoom in on him. He's a CD. Specifically, Helpless and Hopeless, the album. Okay, let's see. I think... Let's see. I think for Damn It Chan, we just have to do a little axolotl swearing damn it, right? We gotta make them angry eyes though. Oh, no, too far. Let's see. I gotta erase behind real quick. Oh, that was way too big. My eraser is massive. There we go. Look at that angry little axolotl. See, colors. Down here. Let's see, where is... The color history feels a little smaller than normal. I don't know why. And then... Oh. We didn't have the color closed in. All the way at the top. There we go. No, I said black. Why did you do orange? There we go. Then back here and here. And we need like a bright red. Yeah. A very, very angry little axolotl. And let's see. Let's see, I need this to move down one. And then we're on the chandelier. We need to move a chan here. Captain's going to end up getting shrunken as we go on, but for now he's saying Mahusav. Wait. We need to take this. I didn't think that went through. Because I was going to have Chan glaring at Captain. But we could still do this. And then he can look like he's trying to run away. What? Oh. The trials of being a streamer is when other streamer streams. Why, Sword Bear? Why? Alright, well, there we go. We have an Alex, we have a Rollin, we have a Captain, and we have an angry little Chand over here. Alright, let's make sure to save it. And then we will switch scenes back over. Which means I'm going to have to press this button and that button and let's see. Ta-da! And add the music back on. I don't know why, but Chill Hop is like, oh, you changed scenes. I turned off. Alright, back to game scene. Do that. And aha! It is back. Jan, did you receive any other incentives before I move on? I just want to double check before. Hydrate. I will definitely hydrate. The question is, how many hydrates? Because Captain, one of my last streams, did 9 hydrates. That being said, I was very thirsty at the time, so it was fine. Hi, Burbo! How are you? Oh, Jan, very excited. I'm on the wrong thing again. There we go. That goes there. I'm doing pretty good. I got a lot of sleep last night, so that has helped a lot. I spent a lot of the weekend just recovering from last week's running around crazy, trying really fast to get the merch out in time. So now I feel like I can just go, Oh, Verbo, have you seen the ghosty emote we have here? I found that one a couple months ago and we were dying laughing looking at it. But you see, underneath the ghost sheet, it is love. It is heart. Uh, now I'm imagining this ghost flashing people in the middle of a sunflower. They're like, sunflower power, donate to charity. And then there's just JJ flashing everybody. Very wholesome indeed. Speaking of wholesome, let's see what Freya's been writing about today, since she can get some crazy stuff going. Do I want to grow old with you? No, I don't want to do that. But I do want to be with you here in this moment, stuck in eternal limbo, in an infinite loop of this exact hour, forever? Hell yeah, I do. That's probably the last time Romeo remembers having a really meaningful conversation with Juliet. Yeah. Look, as long as I keep telling JJ, oh, you can build your own bot, I am safe from having a quote bot here, so, you know. We're good. Everybody's safe here. For now. But let's not get too far ahead of ourselves, dear reader. Just like any other story, this one also has a beginning, and it begins with an introduction. Romeo is a young man of 20. He comes from a quite conservative but not yet out of touch family. In other words, they're just like almost every other family in the world. He hates the name his parents gave him, and he hates it even more knowing that his life so far is fulfilling all the cliches of his fictional namesake. Falling in love with a girl named Juliet is really just the icing on the cliche cake. Juliet is a young woman of 20. She also comes from quite a conservative but not yet out of touch family. In other words, they're also just like almost every other family in the world. She loves the name her parents gave her, although she hates the fact that her life so far is fulfilling half the cliches of her fictional namesake. Falling in love with a boy named Romeo is unfortunate, but she has no plans to die stupidly over it. Both of them study at the same university, and they're definitely not the type of people who'd naturally choose to be friends. Fate, however, in the form of a hip young lecturer with an over-enthusiasm for assigning group projects and an unfortunate sense of humor, is what brings them together. A simple group assignment is what introduces our young Romeo and Juliet to each other. Even after their first fated meeting, and the many, many more meetings required to finish the assignment, there's no sign that Romeo means anything more to Juliet than a friendly acquaintance she spent a lot of time in the library with. Nor honestly does she mean that much more to him. In fact, after she made an ill-judged joke about the literary elephant in the room, she probably means significantly less. But as time goes on, and as the group assignments keep coming without the lecturer ever assigning new partners, Romeo and Juliet become closer. They both began to see things in the other that they hadn't noticed before. Though for Romeo, that fact is rather frightening. How could I fall for somebody like her? Named Juliet, no less? I can't accept it. My mind's just playing tricks on me. Again and again, around and around, his thoughts chase themselves whenever he sees her. The day is Monday, and Romeo has a class he needs to attend. However, something's different. Normally, a relatively anxious fellow, he finds going to a class requires a lot of willpower. Today, however, he finds himself hurrying to get there. He knows why, of course, but he refuses to admit it to himself quite yet. The first thing Romeo does when he opens the door is to look at a specific table, the table where Juliet always sits. To To his unacknowledged disappointment, the table is empty. "Fuck," murmurs Romeo under his breath. He doesn't curse because Juliet is not there. Of course, rather he curses because noticing this was the first thing he did upon entering the room. After sitting in his usual place, Romeo reopens his book and begins reading. Every time someone opens the door, Romeo turns immediately to look and quietly whispers a curse. Again, he is not cursing because he is disappointed it's not Juliet who answers. He's cursing because he turned to look. A few minutes before class begins, Juliet finally arrives, announcing herself and her friend with a braying laugh as she does so. That sound used to be one of the most annoying sounds in the world, at least as far as Romeo was concerned. But today it brings a small smile to his face. "Fuck," curses Romeo again after he realizes he just smiled at the sound. Is Romeo in love? He probably is, but he doesn't want to admit that. Falling in love with Juliet is dangerous, extremely dangerous. They come from completely different backgrounds, they have different skin colors, and they worship different gods. He has no problem with interracial relationships, of course he doesn't, but he never expected it to happen to him. This simply will not do. "I need to talk to you." Romeo looks up. Juliet is standing over his table, her jaw is set, but her eyes are worried, and he completely forgets about his own problems. What's up?" he asks. "Can you keep a secret? It's really important." "Sure, I guess I can." "Good enough, because I really need someone to talk to." So Juliet sits down and begins telling her story to Romeo. Story to Romeo. She talks about the problems she's been facing over the past few months, how they affect her study, about how he's not the first person she's talked to about this, on, and Romeo listens to every word. Eventually, Juliet stops talking and sits quietly. Romeo thinks that she looks somehow lighter than she did before she began talking. He doesn't know how to react to what she told him. He tries to give her some advice, really stupid advice he thinks as soon as he said it, but he believes it's probably much better than just listening and nodding and watching her walk away. He doesn't think he wants her to walk away from him. He thinks about this. One thing's for sure, Juliet trusts Romeo as a friend. They've shared a secret now, even though Juliet has shared the same secret with others before. This still makes Romeo happy, so damn happy. How pathetic am I being happy because someone I like came and told me she's not? Romeo thinks and then shakes his head like a dog shaking off water. After sharing everything she had wanted to share, Juliet starts talking about lighter topics. Soon they're joking freely. The dark mood of earlier almost completely dissipated. Just before Juliet leaves, Romeo asks her something. "Why did you tell me all that?" "Well, I don't really know. I think I can trust you, and you're one of those rare few people who can talk to people directly without sugarcoating everything. It's refreshing," she shrugs. "I guess that's why." What Juliet said is true, but Romeo finds it amusing that even though he normally speaks directly to everyone he knows, he can't do that with Juliet. He's not himself when she's around, or so he believes. After that conversation, Romeo falls even more helplessly in love with Juliet. It's stupid, he thinks, as someone who rarely falls so hard for anyone. But Juliet is driving him crazy, and the fact that she makes him feel the closest thing to love he's felt in years. Yet a big wall of cultures, norms, and other societal traditions stands between them. Hurts him even more. That is, of course, if Juliet is even into him anyway. As weeks go by, Juliet and Romeo become closer. They start telling each other stories more often. But all these stories are limited to their courses, friends, and anything at all besides their feeling for each other. "She's not into me, she's just an extrovert. She's friendly with everyone," Romeo keeps thinking. And it's when he's thinking about that suddenly Juliet comes and sits at his table. "So you said you wanted to talk to me about something." "It's true. He's already sent a message to Juliet telling her he wanted to talk about something. Oh, wow, diving straight in. It's nothing all that important, actually, says Romeo. Come on, it's not like you to be so indirect about things. What's wrong with you, boyo? Romeo actually called Juliet to talk about her attitude recently. She's been weird, at least in Romeo's eyes, and it feels like she's getting further away, removing herself from many student activities she'd usually partake in. Juliet answers all of his questions, all his thoughts and concerns about how she seems to be removing herself from all other side activities she manages to shrug off or easily explain. Maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm obsessing over every single thing she does, thinks Romeo, while a pit opens up in his gut at the thought. Is that all? Anything else you want to say? She questions him. Fair is fair, after all. Do you know I used to like you? The words come out from Romeo's mouth, out of the blue. He's horrified, even as he recognizes that it's a lie. He still likes her now. He doesn't even know why he decided to confess his feelings right at this random moment. Never mind why he's confessed with a half lie. It wasn't planned at all. But when he heard Juliet said, anything else? Well, it's definitely one thing Romeo has been planning to say to Juliet for the last few thousand eons, or as normal humans measure time, since around 8 months ago. Juliet shows a flash of surprise and says, No, I had no idea at all. Why? Why what? Why do you like me? Or did you like me? I mean, there must be a reason. Oh, of course there is. Romeo opens his mouth to tell her and pauses. He blinks slowly and closes his mouth again. Or not. I don't know. I think there is, but I'm not sure. I'm sorry, I'm talking gibberish. Juliet does not respond to that. Romeo doesn't even dare to look at her directly, but he can see out of the corner of his eye that she looks dumbfounded. He takes a breath and opens his mouth again, hoping for a lightning strike, divine inspiration, or instant death. He isn't picky. Okay, I just see you as a really strong person, okay? You have a big, girly side, but you're also a really strong, independent person. Okay, I get the girly part, but what makes you think I'm strong? Well, just look at how you work with all your assignments and organizations. I definitely could never deal with everything as well as you do, ever. Oh, come on, everyone has something they're good at. You can do some things I can't. That's pretty normal, you know? I know, but still, I'm not sure that's probably what attracts me to you the most. When he says that, Romeo tries looking at Juliet. Just for a moment, he saw a twitch of a smile on her lips, but dared not even hope. He ascribes it to his imagination instead. So, what's next then? Asked Juliet. To be honest, I don't know. I said this because I can't keep hiding it forever. I needed to say it to you, even though I know it's impossible for me to ask you out, considering all the differences between us. Oh, of course. You don't need to say anything, though. I just needed to get it out of my system. That's all I wanted to say. Well, okay then. I had something else to do. You don't have anything more to say, right? Yes, that's all. Juliet nods and says goodbye, then quickly walks away. After Juliet leaves, Romeo lets out a heavy sigh. Good work there. That's one hell of a lot of old baggage I just let go. And a hell of a lot of new baggage I replaced it with. That is a good question. Most guys who are like, oh, I'm very manly, don't seem to be very organized. So, yeah. Thank you for the lurk, Naka. Here's an interesting fact about our Romeo. During the whole conversation, he hadn't been able to keep himself from shaking. It's an old habit he just can't let go of. To his relief, they'd been sitting during the whole conversation, so he could hide his tremor. Still, even though he feels intense relief after telling Juliet about his feelings, his hands are still trembling. He has to wait a couple of minutes before he can walk away himself. So now, after Romeo's long-awaited but ultimately useless confession, what's next for our Juliet and her Romeo? Thank you, Burbo. Thank you for shouting out, Naka. Oh, here we go. It's the shout-out wars. Wait, what? Why are we shouting me out on my channel? I think if they're already here, they don't need to know where to find me, right? Funnily enough, neither she nor Romeo ever mentioned it again, at least not to each other. Oh. Shan wants to know where to find me. Romeo did eventually tell some of his friends about his feelings for Juliet, but what about Juliet? Romeo didn't know anything about how she was coping with this revelation. He expected that she probably told some of her friends, as he had told his. That doesn't even matter, he tells himself. We're not meant for each other anyway. JJ! No, don't scare my chand away! Yeah, I've been noticing between watching Captain and Chan play, Cloud has very similar facial expressions to Xavier, almost like they use the same face model something, but they have a lot of the same kind of facial expressions. So now we just have to start calling him Xavier and making Captain more upset about the whole situation. I mean, clearly that they just used Xavier to act in this video game. Watching from the outside, nothing seems to change between them. They still talk about their classes, about their friends, about shows they've watched and books they've read, but they never ever mention again the time when Romeo revealed his feelings to Juliet. At first, Romeo had thought that confessing his feelings would mean letting go of a big boulder inside his heart. As it turned out, it only transformed the boulder into a restless rock monster, asking for more. Eventually, he realizes letting Juliet know about his feelings isn't enough. He needs to have her. He wants to hold her tight. He wants to stare into her eyes and tell her he loves her. To Pluto and back. He wants to hear her say, I love you too. He wants to kiss her. He wants to run away with her to a place where no one cares about their differences and just sees them as a cute couple in love. He wants to do all good things in life together with her. And more than anything on this earth, he simply wants her. The feeling is killing him. How could she be acting normally after that revelation? Does it mean his feelings mean nothing to her at all? The peak of his emotions comes one day when our hero is falling asleep. Suddenly his body is drenched in sweat, his heart beats too fast, and his thoughts only run to one thing. Juliet. He wants... No, nothing so prosaic. He needs Juliet. He doesn't care about anything else, about the traditions, about their families, about anything. There's only one thing he needs to do tomorrow. and that is to confess his feelings, again, to Juliet. This time, however, he's going to ask her out. If she feels the same way, he will ask her to just give it a try and fight the world together. He resolves that he is going to take a leap of faith, and it'll be the first thing he does the next time they meet. To be continued. Alright, lady, we're going to give you some tea. I think tea will put you to sleep, right? Or at least not have as much caffeine. Either that or we just give her some warm milk. And let's see, what was this? That's mint. Some milk and some honey and cinnamon. Yeah. See what that makes. Here you go. What the hell, dude? This isn't even coffee. Drink. But this isn't what... Drink. Okay. It's on the house. It better be. Ugh. How was the meeting? It was pretty good. I got a lot of good advice. That also means things. And not a small number of them, mind you, need to be rewritten. Oh. It's not that bad. Rewriting is part of the process. It's just that... I'm going to my usual corner. Although, thanks to your drink, I'm not sure whether I'll be able to stay awake or not. Good, maybe she'll go home and go to sleep. She looks horrible. She does. But don't worry about her. She'll finish it. This isn't the first time she's acted like this. No. But this time the stakes are pretty high. So, what brings you here today? I'm not even sure myself. I had no plan tonight. And this place just came to mind. Out of the blue. I'll have to think you're subconscious then. I guess you should. Not sure whether I should think it or not, though. Hi, Lua. Hi, Baileys. How? You first. No, you first. I was just gonna ask, how are you doing? I'm fine, thanks. How about you? I'm good, yeah. I think I need to order something first. Oh, of course. Go ahead. Hi, Lurking. What are you having this evening, Miss Leah? Gingerbread coffee, please. I'm assuming that's coffee with ginger and bread in it, right? Bread. Makes perfect sense. Cinnamon. beautiful. Here it is. Thank you. My grandma used to make this drink for me. It reminds me so much of her. It reminds me of when I was growing up with my family. Housework. It's going pretty okay. You? I'm not taking any new jobs on at the moment. Because, well, you know. Yeah, I get it. You have enough in your savings, right? That's a very Lua thing to say. But yeah, I do. Thanks to that last annoying job. It went well in the end? It kinda did. They paid me on time at least. And the pay was amazing. How long are you planning to take a break for? I don't know. Until my problems are settled, I guess. And what problem are those? I'll tell you this, but don't tell anyone, okay? Not even Lurking, who's standing right in front of us? Not even Lurking. Alright guys, everybody close your ears. They're gonna share a secret right in front of us that we have to pretend we don't hear. Okay. So there's this girl. I love her. We've been going out for a few years. But I'm not really sure where we stand now. How can you not be sure? We had an argument about a week ago. It wasn't anything new. But somehow things escalated uncontrollably. Why is that? I assume both of us were just tired. Shall we blackmail them, Captain? Captain's gonna blackmail them to gamble for him to see if he gets better odds with somebody else. Knowing that we're fighting against centuries of tradition, we haven't really talked since our last fight. Leaving things unresolved is not a good idea. But I can't bring myself to start the conversation. Why? Even I'm not sure about that. Pride, maybe? Or tiredness. Or knowing that chances are we won't be able to find the best solution for everyone anyway. Bailey's. I have a question. Go ahead. What do you think she's feeling right now? Be honest, I don't know. She's not like me, that's for sure. Thankfully. Why? At least it won't affect her professional life that much. I'm glad I'm a freelancer. It means I can just take a break from work without so many problems. I'm not as professional as her, you see. I think you're wrong. Really? If I were her, I would find it difficult to live life as usual. But I'd put on a lot of masks, just to hide the feelings I was going through. That sounds difficult and uncomfortable. It is. But a friend told me once, you gotta do what you gotta do. He must be a pretty cool guy. He is. What's next for us, Baileys? I don't know, Lua. I met some new people this week. Including that supermodel? You knew? That girl in the corner told me. Yeah, including that supermodel. And how does that make you feel? Like a fool. Huh? He said a lot of things that I've been trying to avoid thinking about. A lot. He's a bit like you know? Attitude-wise. You'd get along with him. Oh, what is this? What is this? One minute. No, not that button. This one. This one. Look at it. He's just a little axolotl carrying an axe. In fact, it's a lot of axe, one might say. He's so cute. He is derpy. And yet somewhat intimidating with the giant axe. For sure. Okay, I'm starting to remember these two were the couple that was dating that was very Romeo and Juliet from different cultures, and they seemed like they were moving into taking more steps forward in the relationship, and then everything kind of sort of blew up when families started potentially getting involved. So sadly, I guess he wasn't flirting with us earlier. Oh well. Doubt it. Opposites attract, but similarity breeds contempt. I'd say that's a really dependable statement. Depending statement. Subjective. Yeah. Just depends. Yeah. Ever heard that before? A lot. From a certain hipster elf. And after listening to that guy, what's your stance on, us? I'm not sure, Baileys. What about you yourself? Had any similar experiences this week? I have, in fact. You met a vampire and I met a werewolf. What are the odds? Oh, Captain's gotta try his luck again. See how this goes. What are the odds indeed that Captain actually manages a puzzle? Let's see. Get our little picker wheel up. Oh, and look, it's already ready. Alright, Gamba. We got a better shot because one of the no's got removed. So it's, 4 no's and 5 puzzles. So let's see. And how, Captain? How? I'm just waiting for Captain to keep doing this until there's literally just one no. And still hit the no. He really is. Chan, don't let him go gambling IRL with IRL money. And yeah, this is kind of IRL money, so he is IRL gambling. But have somebody else. That being said, Captain, have you tried asking Chan to gam before you? Because anytime Chan plays the gotchas, Chan manages to snag them all really quick, including ones that aren't even supposed to be gotten. Looking at you, Caleb, just giving his event 5-star memory with, yeah, nobody asked for, nobody wanted, but well, we hide that one. 8 to 10. 8 out of 10 choices left there, so that's 2 of our... 3 no's, 5 puzzles. That's how we have left for our gambas. Alright. What are the odds indeed, Bailey, that Captain will hit nothing but? Also, thank you for the hydrate. What did your werewolf say? Not much, to be honest. But he made a good point about the importance of family. Hey, Lise. I know I've been stubborn about you wanting me to make peace with my family. And I know why that's very important to you. But Freya said something that kind of hit me hard. What was it? I was just using you as an excuse to escape my family. When I actually want to do that anyway. For myself. You know me, Baileys. I do. And you know how I feel uncomfortable with people leaving their families. Which makes me an asshole, I guess. I get why you think that way, Lua. Blood is thicker than water. What should we do? Lua? Yes, Baileys? Please let me leave my family. I'll try to get your family to accept me. That sounds like the easier thing to do, after all. But you'll lose your immortality. You'll be an outcast among other elves. An outcast from a bunch of overly pretentious people? Sounds great. Let's go, Baileys. You'll live a long time. You won't have the perfect health and perfect life. That's the elven privilege. But it's not a perfect life without you. Lovers! What if our relationship doesn't last? You'll have lost everything. You'll blame me. Lua, I will never blame you for anything. Really, Baileys? Anything? If we're talking about who I used to be, that guy would never have blamed himself. 100 reasons for why something failed, but never anything to do with him. But that won't happen with us. You know why? Because I've learned so many things by being with you for 10 years. It made me a better person. So you don't need to worry about any of that. Because right now, you're the most important part of my life. I don't need an immortal life, because without you, it won't be worth living. Baileys, I believe in you. Swooners? They're kissers. They're kissers, and they moved seats to be closer. Lua, Baileys. I feel like we're living in a soap opera. Yes, fishy kiss indeed. It seems so. So, what's our plan? Tomorrow's Saturday. Are we going on a date? I'm going to my parents' place. Oh. And I want you to come with me. What? That's so sudden. Did you already have planned for tomorrow? Well, no. It's just, I'm not prepared to meet them. You'll be fine. You don't want to tell them about this first? It'll be alright. Well, they never forbade you from dating other races? You're not a big fan of elves, that much is true. But you can prove them wrong. Okay, this could be a good first step. It is. It's set then. I don't know what'll happen tomorrow, but we can think about it. And anything else, later. I'm with you on that. So, does that mean you don't mind me? I had my doubts. And now I'm sure. I can trust you. Lua, thank you. Are you still staying at Farron's house? Yeah. You're staying with me tonight. Oh? First kissers, now they're gonna share a housing environment together? So shocking. Huh? He's also shocked. What about your roommate? That's a good question. She's away for the weekend. Taking a long weekend getaway until Sunday night. Fate is on our side, it seems. Hey, lurking? Yes? We're leaving. Thank you so much for keeping up with us this past week. Pleasure was mine. We're off then. See ya. Thank you for coming. Whale. Oh, look who's looking a little more chipper now. That was pretty intense. Oh, you're back in the real world. I just pretend not to notice. They're like one of the main reasons why I'm writing this story. So I have to see their struggle through to the end. It's important for the writing, you know. That's cold. What? It's not like that. It's just that. Yeah, that was cold. I'm sorry. You're looking better than before, though. For now. I can't tell you how I feel until this is done. And I don't... Oh, hello. Oh, hello. I believe... Yes, I also speak, Who knew that it had jump scares, Captain? Who knew? Fortunately, I speak werewolf, and this translates to "Where's my coffee?" For sure. Whoa! Freya, get over here. This wolf? Is that him? I think so. Welcome, sir. Are you crazy? You can't treat a werewolf in a... You can't treat a werewolf in a furry. Excuse me, a fury. Like a normal customer. Trust me. He must have his reasons for coming here. Look, he clearly needs coffee. You can relax, sir. Do you need anything? Something to calm you down, maybe? Alright. What was the special werewolf drink? What was that? Tea, milk, ginger. Oh wait, was it? Sir, I'm trying to look at my... Oh, okay. That's what you get. You get tea, milk, and ginger. Yes, that does look like it. Here you go, sir. Yes, and Roland didn't want me looking at my phone. Here's your... Roland even jump-scared Captain. Steam's Creature Collector Fest? Does that mean all the fun furry games are on sale? What the hell? Is that really him? After seeing the reaction to the drink, 100%. Well, whoever he is... This place survived. Thankfully, yes. I think I need to close up shop early. Don't want to cause any more ruckus. And I need to clean up some of the mess anyways. Good idea. Can you get back all right by yourself? I'll manage. Take care on your way back. You be careful too. See you tomorrow. See ya. You know what? I don't want to go too long because, you know, last week was a lot. Very, very busy week, so I want to keep it shorter. I was hoping for closer to 2 hours, but since we just finished today, I don't want to start another day and it be very long. So I think we will probably call it here. And there's this very exciting thing that we need to all go excitedly put our keys in the bowl for. So I think we're gonna go raid Sword Barret and make sure to join in on the organizer. But thank you everybody for coming. Thank you for the donations. Reminder that there's merch available. That $5 from merch goes to the charity as well. And I will hopefully be able to do shorter streams like this throughout this week. And slowly but surely we will finish Coffee Talk. And I'm starting to remember where we're at in all this at this point. Anywho, with that, let's get a sortie raid going. And I will see you guys next time. Let's see. There we go. Oh, and raid message.